Hi, welcome back to Campervan Culture. Today we're going to look at cutlery sets. Now there's two decent ones on the market, one of them being the front runner one and one of them being the Clearview one. One being South African, one being Australian. Now we stock them both and we use them both, so through our experience we're going to tell you what we think are the plus points one against the other. Let's jump in. Now as you can see, the bags are very similar. The only difference is the branding, and on the front runner one I can see recently that they've updated this bit of elastic to a thicker piece. Doesn't seem quite as strong as I'd like it. The older ones they were pretty useless actually, and they'd go baggy really quickly. The Clearview one's still quite small, but let's look at the utensils in there, one against the other. So we've been using these for a while. We've just chosen new sets because you'll see what you get out of the box, as it were. Now, the knives, forks and spoons in both sets, that's probably the first difference in the two. Now, the Clearview one is more of your traditional knife and fork. It is actual stainless steel and they don't rust. Real good quality, better than you kind of get in your kitchen drawer at home actually. So that's that one, and then the front runner one, you know, again pretty decent. The one thing I will say about using these, and we have used them for many years, is that actually they're a little bit too good. So the knife there, I mean, you can't really butter bread with there or anything like that compared to the Clearview one. I mean, that's where that one's better. And obviously, I mean, that's got a cutting edge which is substantial, or good enough for food, but this is too sharp. It actually cuts into your plates. If you're using plastic plates, you've had it after a few goes with these, and that's what bacteria gets into, the cuts, and that's when you get ill. So although the front runner one is very good, it's actually a bit too good for using with any other plate that isn't a ceramic plate. It'd probably be fine, but anything like metal or you know, camping type stuff, it's too good. These are much more suitable, we find. And again, from our own experience, this is one that, you know, it's given us great service, but those little rivet things there, they are prone to pop out. Obviously you're not going to get that with the Clearview one. But you can see, I mean, it's still usable, it's fine, but it's just you get those bits missing, that's quite annoying. Next up, let's look at the knives, the bigger ones. So instantly, Clearview, they cover that edge. Most people hang these up on the outside of a vehicle or on an awning or something. Both cases do that, but with these blade edges exposed, that one, it's really good that they've put that little cover on their Clearview, so that stops you cutting yourself, and if you've got kids you'll appreciate that. Chopping boards, again, front runner looks like they've updated the chopping board to a much thicker one. The original ones that came with ours years ago, you could bend it, it's pretty flimsy, but this is a much more, they've upped the game on the chopping board now, which is brilliant. The Clearview one, you know, it's got the sort of thing there to stop juice dripping off and stuff on one side. I do prefer that one, I must admit, if I'm going to be honest, but yeah. So let's look further along at this section here. They've kind of come a bit other way around, but let's have a look at these spatulas. Pretty similar quality. These are riveted, and the front runner one isn't, which is good because that's where I thought front runner was failing on the other, the knives. But I'm not sure if that looks like a proper rivet rather than just cap that's been pushed on there. So they're pretty much the same, really. So not split hairs over that one. Spoons again. Looks like they got the rivet in there. Now, from what I can tell, the front runner set has got this fork, big fork. We've had this in our set also. We've used it a couple of times for like turning over racks of ribs on the barbecue. It's handy for that, but that's the only real purpose I can think about using that. It's kind of alright, but it's not something you use. I've probably used it like 4 times in 6 years. What I think is much more useful actually is that Clearview supply you with a set of those tongs, much more for the British people anyway, for bacon sandwiches and sausages, and that's really useful. Not as useful, sorry, the fork there isn't as useful as that. That one's a winner in my opinion. And then let's look at the last two things in this line, which is the bread knife. Again, stainless steel. It's got the cover on, you know, it's good, isn't it? And the little peeling knife, again, Clearview wins because it's got the cover on. They've done a good job actually, front runner here, because if you look where the corkscrew and stuff is, the Clearview one, it's kind of small, that bit of elastic there that holds that in. Front runner, put thicker ones on, but the actual tool itself, it looks very, very similar. So yeah, they're pretty much the same as far as tools go. And one thing I've just picked up on actually that I've missed previously is that they've both got hanging eyelets on the bottom. The final thing I will say about the front runner set though, the original ones used to come with this quite cool, should we say, carving knife. It's really sharp. They've swapped it out now for this style one. I think a lot of people went for these sets because they like the shape of this knife. I know I did, and it kind of won me over. I'm not sure I use it for anything apart from it just looking professional. But now they've swapped it for this one. I'm not sure I like that one as much as that, but it does pretty much the same job. Well, I hope you found that useful. Again, we sell both of these sets on our website. We'll put a link to the products underneath. They're not affiliate links, they're not money for nothing links. They're actual products that we stock here in our shop that we ship to you directly. So you don't get any duties and stuff like that if you're in the UK or even in the States. It falls under the duty bracket, so we can ship these duty free to the UK and some countries, not Europe so much, but with Brexit and what have you. But anyway, we won't talk about that too much. Yeah, so I hope you found it useful. Links below, whichever one you prefer, feel free to buy. Any support that you give us through buying stuff from us, we can then keep going. We can make the travel films that you hopefully enjoy, that we enjoy making, and it keeps our business running. And you know, don't forget to click the bell, subscribe, all that business, because it's a tough old world now with the algorithm, and any help apart from actually buying the stuff from us that keep us making the videos that you love is very much appreciated. Cheers, take care.